Hi, my name is Jared Gates, and I'm going to be sharing with you the various stage configurations that are often used during the design of theater productions. And with these varieties of stage designs are going to come a unique set of pros and cons that each stage design will have, and I'll be displaying the difference for you. I'll be using Boris here, my thespian actor, who's a foot-tall wax figure, as my model that'll be the scale and proportion displayed on the stage designs that I'm about to show. Part 1. Proscenium stages. So my first example for you is this stage that I built in my office, with two cardboard boxes representing the stage that the actors are standing on. And our first design here is a proscenium stage. Proscenium stages usually have a flat archway as the room of visibility from the audience. The audience is all looking directly at the actors in front of them, and the actors, in turn, are looking directly at them. The most famous type of design that you would typically see for a proscenium stage is this type of opera house design, where the actors never merge past the open archway that the audience is viewing the play through. The biggest con for this type of setup is that, unfortunately, only a certain amount of depth can be accurately portrayed with this stage when the audience is viewing it from one direction. The stage design that fixes the problem of a limited depth with a proscenium stage is in the round theater. This is due to the multiple angles that the audience is able to view the stage production through. And this leads us into our second stage design, thrust stages. Thrust stages are similar to proscenium stages. However, instead of the stage ending where the archway of the proscenium would typically end it, a section of the stage juts out towards the audience, and this adds for a much more varied viewing angle from the audience itself. There can be a variety in the shape and angles that the thrust section of these stages actually creates. However, it must always jut into the audience where seats would typically be if it were a proscenium stage. The third stage design that I'll be discussing is the alley stage or the traverse stage, which is often regarded as the rarest. The model shown here is standing on a stage that is erected between two lanes of seating on opposite sides. Audiences will typically be viewing these types of stages from the left or right sides. This is most commonly used in runway shows for fashion. However, some runway shows will incorporate a much more unorthodox stage design. This allows for the audience to view the show in much more unconventional angles, as well as the models walking in unconventional patterns. And this leads us into our final stage design being discussed today, the arena stage, or the in-the-round stage. Here my model is showing a bunch of seating that is in a 360-degree angle around the stage at the center. This allows for optimal viewing angle differences. However, you can tell that the model is having his back turned to much of the audience for various points in the show. And clearly, this stage design does not allow for any type of set design to be built in an elaborate way, and this is mostly due to the fact that set design is typically built for the audience to be seeing it from one angle, and within the round theater, unfortunately, audiences have to interpret the same set design from many different angles, often resulting in the set design being simpler and more easy to digest. What is also important to note that's difficult about in-the-round theater is the stage acting has to be performed to all angles of the theater, often resulting in unconventional blocking choices. You wouldn't want to be stuck behind the performers at this concert.